Hi everybody, this is the football head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, welcome back to the football head. Hope you like this video and subscribe as we talk about the New York Giants. Now, as you know, Giants have to trim their roster from 90 players to 53 players. And as you know, over the last few years, they didn't have to do that. They have a new rule in the NFL, basically saying that prior to this year, you had to trim down your roster every preseason game. They don't have to do that this year. So I'm going to give you a few candidates that are on this roster that might surprise you that are going to get cut. Number 1, Oshane Ximines. The edge rusher, this is a player most people think is on the roster bubble right now. And we kind of saw why in the first preseason game against the Lions. He doesn't bring much in terms of pass rush. Pop. He's not good in the run. He consistently gets beaten down. But the Giants brought him back, and whether it was because they had someone still in the building that had a really strong draft profile grade on him coming out of Old Dominion or whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. Giants' move could be that they cut him at some point. They will save $1 million on the cap space. And though that this front four, and really the outside as well as I would say right now, Oshane Ximines is that third. Right now, Oshane Ximines is the third outside linebacker. He could be the fourth, and I think just based on numbers, it could put him in a rather precarious position in terms of being cut. That is a possibility moving forward. The next player that could get cut from the Giants roster is Bobby McCain, and he's the dual safety that can play strong safety. He can play free safety. He can come down the box, and he can play a little bit of everything on the corner. Listing him as a surprise cut candidate in the depth chart in a second. The Giants just have a lot of good young players at that position. I think that he could be on the bubble, looking in a way that he could be out. Could be out, should be out of here. So that is another player. And as you know, Xavier McKinney is going to be back, hopefully healthy, not doing anything crazy. Don't do anything stupid, Xavier. And as you know, Jason Pinnock has played well. Dane Belton has played well. So again, it's just a numbers game with Bobby McCain. He could be on the way out. Could very well be on the way out. And that could be somebody to keep an eye on. Now we have cornerback Amani Ararare. Now the Giants signed him from the Lions as a free agent. And as you know, he's a cornerback. He might be out based on the fact that the Giants have some extremely talented cornerbacks in Trey Hawkins III and, of course, their number 1 pick, Deonte Banks. So he might be out of here just based on the fact that there are younger options and of course, cheaper options for the Giants to look to. And obviously he hasn't had a very strong camp. And again, the thing about all these guys is that you bring in 90 players, and at some point you got to start cutting guys, and that's what we are. This is where we are with Amani. So hopefully we'll see this will. And as you know, Tuesday on the 29th will be the cut day. So we'll know in about a week where he's going to be ending up. Another candidate who could be sent off to the Phantom Zone, and that is running back James Robinson. Now, Robinson has bounced around. He's been with the Jets, I believe. He's been with the Jaguars, the New England Patriots. And the Giants have a very good running back core with obviously Saquon Barkley and Eric Gray being here, and Gary Brightwell. So there really isn't much call for him to be here. So he's a guy that could be on the bubble and probably playing somewhere else. He's a guy a team will pick up, I can guarantee it. He's a workmanlike running back, and some team will definitely, and the Hunt means definitely, be picked up by another team. Now, a guy that a lot of people were very excited about coming into camp was undrafted free agent wide receiver Bryce Ford-Wheaton. He come in with a big reputation as probably the number 1 undrafted free agent that's signed anywhere. And he has not played well. I mean, in the first game, he had 2 drops. He was flagged for an offensive pass interference. And he has not looked good. Now they signed him for $500,000. Now he's going to save them if they don't hold on to him. And there's you talk about a backlog of players. The Giants drafted Jalen Hyatt. They signed so many wide receivers. They have so much depth there that he might be a guy that might be out of here. I'll just run down a couple of names. Isaiah Hodgins they signed. Darius Slayton is back. Paris Campbell. Cole Beasley they signed just recently, a couple of weeks ago. So if there's a guy you cannot be lackadaisical on when you know you have this wide pool of players that are competing for a few jobs. The fact that he did not play well in the first preseason game kind of tells you that he's in a little trouble. And I don't think he really had much of did not have a strong camp. So those are the 5 candidates that we're talking about here in terms of being players who could be cut at some point before we get to August 29th. That's Oshane Ximines, Bobby McCain, Amani Ararare, James Robinson, and of course Bryce Ford-Wheaton. Now let me know what you think about this video, of course, and please subscribe to Football Hut. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.